September sun.
Well, this is day 2 Sunday morning, a lovely sunny morning as it turns out.
I'll just finish tidying this layer and then I'll go around the back. What's your name? I'm Ian Sotheby. We're in the back garden of the Old Manse in Port Seton.
We've gone as far as we could in trench 1. We've come across some maybe basic kind of flooring. There's lots of stones and things and they look like they have been laid, but we're going to measure and get that 3D measured first of all before we maybe try and go down and see if it is part of an old backyard or something. We did move to trench number 2 yesterday late afternoon, and again we've gone down and we've found some of the cobalt blue glass that we had been looking for, some other bits of coloured green glass, and it's all spill, it's all spoil, it's been dropped into the earth at some time, but it's kind of mixed up.
We've been investigating places in the garden where the homeowner said that there were structures under the grass, and we thought that they might be flues associated with the glassworks, which was next door.
You said thought. Have you found any flues, or have you found other things?
We've all we've found so far are modern drains and services associated with the house, but the potential is certainly still there to find these flues. We have found a few bits of glass, but we certainly haven't found anything structural relating to the glassworks yet.
So we've come down through to the section 2 in the trench, and again we've found this very basic crude looking possible floor or backyard, but the stone, some of it seems to be running uphill to the end of the trench. So we're going to extend the trench here for about ½ metre and just see if that has been spill off a wheelbarrow that they've put in, or if it's been specially designed for that. And we're also looking for more glass. And in between times we've started trench number 3. And one of the things, we've actually got a floor tile, a piece of old floor tile. It just came out, and that's right at the top surface where the turf had come out. So that's a work in progress. But we've now got 3 trenches spread apart, so that's going to give us an idea in 3 parts of the garden if all these flooring levels maybe come together. But that's for later on. So at the moment, folks, we'll keep you updated later on in the day, and see you soon.
So we've been running a plaster casting workshop just outside that is working with some of the finds from the dig that's been going on. We're using some of the ceramic and shells and various different finds that people have got to set them into plaster and then carve them back.
And yeah, so it's day 2 and you guys have found stuff. What have you found?
So we found 2 things. So first thing that's interesting is that we think we've found the edge of the Waggonway, So they told us that when the wagon was on, you had the two wooden things, and it'd obviously be up on a hill, but then you'd have the deposit down the bottom. So we think we've found the deposit here because it's very compacted and it's lots of coal. So they think we've found it, which then obviously suggests that the Waggonway is further over this side.
We're Lindsay and Aaron. We found a bit of a foundation which goes across this way here, and speaking to our neighbours, he says it's an air raid shelter that the gentleman who used to live in this house built for his parents. So how far it goes and how big it goes, we're not very sure, but it's very, very solid, isn't it? Mm-hmm. But so far, no glass.
And have you gotten a lot of people coming by?
Yeah, there's been quite a few different people, some people who didn't know this was going on, and then some people who've come down specifically for it from the dig. Some of these packs have been going out as well to people in their houses, and they've been doing their own casting workshop from home as well. I'm an artist based in Glasgow, mainly working with casting, a lot of foundry work. So I've been doing some workshops with Lucy, who's running the Fun Fridays for Tranent and Cockenzie, and I did some workshops with them, and then got brought in for this as well.
Well, we found quite a lot actually, yes. So about 1.5 foot down, we started bringing out lots of bits of glass lumps, molted bits of glass, obviously from the manufacturing process. All sorts of bits and bobs, all quite shiny.
We found that there's a possible cut in the ground, so someone's dug down and sort of dumped stuff, because we did find a tin tub and a cup that's like still got the handle and things. So that was quite interesting. So we're going on to see what the cut is, because obviously we think we've missed the Waggonway, that it's more likely over on this side if this is the ditch at the end for when the coal would fall off the Waggonway. This little corner here till we get this sand here, because this is obviously the natural stuff. So we're just going to go down and see how far that goes, and then that will obviously give us an indication of how far the other side goes, because we'll get a layer of the coal, so see how much we've actually got.
But then we discovered there's a bit of a wall going on. Well, I didn't know it was a wall. We thought it was maybe just demolition rubble. But then one of the experts, Gareth, suggested it's more likely to be a wall because of the amount of water that's down the centre of it. And then just a little while ago, I found I don't know, a manufactured piece of wood. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't think it's a tree stump or anything. I think it's either a post or perhaps a beam. We don't know. Just to the left of that, there was a lot of area where a lot of burnt material with quite a lot of slag in it. So obviously somebody's been burning something there, and either dumped or else it was just a dump hole for something. But when I scraped it out, it went quite far. With a lot of slag and a lot of bits of glass in there. Quite a lot of interesting shapes were coming out.